The Star Wars drag panel.
I didn't think it was true at first until the official Star Wars account responded saying like I can't wait. That's why when I quote tweeted, I wanted to quote tweet the official Star Wars account so people would say, "Oh yeah, so if they co-signed, it's got to be real." I just can't believe this is where we are with Star Wars.
It's amazing. Listen,
You've been to Celebration before. I've
yes.
been to Star Wars Celebration before. It was about lightsabers, guns, and showing teaser trailers. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. I remember Celebration California. This is a place where children go. It didn't take long for Disney to approve a drag panel. And the way they're describing it is like, yeah, Mandalorian is in drag because he always wears a helmet. So he's drag. So if you like being in drag, you're going to be like the Mandalorian. You're going to be like Padme. You're going to be like Ventress. They kept using these characters. Then they want to compare it to cosplayers. They're like, yeah, well, just being in drag is being a cosplayer. And it's just like, no, that ain't it either. So they're trying to inject this thing into stuff that's been around for a long time and saying like, no, if you do this, you're a drag queen. You're a drag this, you're a drag that. It's unbelievable. Is it their right to invite these people? Yes.
But the point is behind what Jay's saying and what I was saying is that it's like, let's take a direct example we have here on the panel. It's Ripa. Does Ripa sit there and go, hey, this specific group of people, you specifically, I want to pull you into the Ripaverse. We need your kind of people in here. But those other kind of people, we don't want those other kind of people. That's a fucking horrible business model. What do you say, Ripa? I don't care where your money comes from.
Fucking money. Like,
You know
I don't
what I mean?
give a fuck where you from, what you feel like. I don't give a shit. You even hate me, I'll take your motherfucking money.
Yes.
Says, I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you pay me.
And that's where the problem is when you go out of your way to embrace certain groups of people, only to say these toxic fans are not allowed. It's a problem, and it creates a whole new set of problems for you.
Listen, I'll take it a step further. This whole time when we would complain about The Last Jedi, you know what their argument was? Hey, Star Wars is for kids. Shut up. Star Wars is for kids. Shut up. Yeah. Star Wars is for kids. This stuff is not for kids. This is not for kids. This is the stuff that we fight. This is the stuff that we don't want in our schools. This is the stuff that we see, you know, on the internet where they're like, hey, we're inviting drag shows to the library. We're inviting drag shows to our school. We're inviting drag shows to elementary. We see this stuff and we're like, this is disgusting. It needs to be removed. We don't want this around children. If you want to go dress in drag, there's other places you could go do it as consenting adults, but we don't want this around kids. And if you've been telling us for years that Star Wars is for kids, so we should just shut up, then why don't you follow your own advice? And this is not for children. But you co-signed it. You had your official account say, we're going to watch it with you and we're going to push it. And it's disgusting. That's just how it is. Sorry if you don't feel that way. Call me whatever you want. But there's going to be so many children there and you're going to try. Look at the last line. It says, we want to resonate and influential presence. Like they want to influence people to their cause. Like it's right there in front of us. It's horrible to see that they have injected our IPs with stuff like this, that people are going to be taking their children there. And it's right there. They want to influence. Star Wars and Lucasfilm and all of them are just like, yeah, cool. Come on in and influence our audience to what you believe, because we will co-sign that. The more we speak out, they're going to push harder. They're like, yeah, those are homophobic people, disgusting people. They don't understand what we understand perfectly what this is. And this isn't for kids. This is an event where there's going to be tons of children around.
You address this with shame and ridicule. That's really the only way that this is going to stop. Yeah. When you shame these people and you say, no, this is wrong. This is not for children. It's exactly like what Jay said. That's the only way it is ever going to stop, because they shame and ridicule people trying to teach their kids the right way of life. Like, look, I get this all the time in the Second Amendment community. Oh, you're teaching kids how to use guns and things like that. No, I'm teaching kids to be responsible, to know how to handle life and to handle certain situations. What you're trying to do is sexualize childhood by introducing themes and things that don't belong there. That's something that's completely different. Until we basically push back against that to an extreme level, like, basically not going to give you money, we're not going to accept this, and basically meet them with that kind of ridicule and pushback, it's not going to go away. And it's the only way that's going to do, because this is a bigger cultural issue than just Star Wars. This is basically infecting and permeating everything within our society. And they're specifically targeting children because they know children are impressionable. So they know adults like us, we're going to look at this and we're going to be like, okay, this is pretty ridiculous what you're doing here, but it's whatever. Like you go ahead and you do your thing. If you're not messing with me, it's fine. But children, they don't have that awareness yet. So they inject things into franchises they love, and it seems innocuous at first. But I mean, look at the language that they're already using there. Asajj Ventress is a queer rebellion. I mean, like, what are you trying to introduce here already? You're introducing themes that just don't belong in a children's franchise. And like Jay said, they emphasize, well, it's for kids. Well, it's for kids. No, because now you're injecting your own agenda here that doesn't belong.
Let me get clarity on this first. And again, ultimately, what I'm about to say doesn't really matter, but it's about proper context. This is not written by Lucasfilm, correct, Jay? Like what we're looking at. This was written by that gay Jedi person.
They put a panel
co-signed
together.
it. They
They put a panel together. They sent in an application if they could have this, and Star Wars Celebration approved it. And then the official account co-signed it, and they put this out.
The reality is, with this entire situation, this is the only audience that Disney Star Wars has left. This is the one that they've been pandering to. This is the one they've wanted. They have encouraged these disgusting freaks. That's what they are. These people are fucking disgusting freaks. They've co-signed it. They've said, this is okay. This is acceptable. These are the fans we want. And if you don't agree with this, you're a bigot. They have drawn that line in the sand time after time. It's why people are fleeing Disney Star Wars, because, spoiler alert, there's not a whole lot of these disgusting freaks that actually sit there and watch this stuff. They're not in the majority. They're a small fringe minority of people. That's what Lucasfilm and that's what Disney as a whole is pandering to right now. And that's why they're in the hole so badly.
So this tweet that's deleted is the tweet about the drag panel. I'm blocked, so I can't see that. It says, amplify this panel because once again, the fandom menace are trying to say this isn't Star Wars, even though the source material embraces it. Kenobi, Padme, Mando, Ventress, and the entire OT trio at one point was in drag.
It's these people who need to find some sort of representation, everything. The ones that go back 200 years and be like, oh yeah, this dude was actually gay and black, by the way. So like, this is actually like a gay black author somehow that was, you know, white and straight. They constantly feel the need to do this. So because Luke Skywalker and Han Solo like wore stormtrooper armor to pretend like they were somebody else, they associate it with drag. Drag is something that is inherently fucking sexual. Yep. That's what it is. Don't pretend like it isn't, you fucking creeps and weirdos out there. That's what it is. And you're trying to bring that to a playground near you effectively. That's what all these people are doing. Like some of the videos that are coming out of this disgusting shit. And that's not all drag people. That's not all drag shows. But it's pretty clear what the intention is in a lot of ways. And it's pretty clear that at Star Wars Celebration, not just for there to be a drag panel, but for the official Star Wars Twitter account, the fact that that Star Wars official Twitter account is signal boosting this and co-signing this, it tells you that, yeah, Star Wars is dead. It has been for a long time. And the sooner people wake up and realize that, the better off you'll be.